Hey Libra, welcome to Butterfly Moon Reader. My name is Heidi. This is going to be your reading for the week starting January 24th. If you watched the video from last week, welcome back. I also feel like I scolded you a lot last week, Libra. I'm going to try not to do that today. I'm going to try not to want to shake you out of it. If you are new, which I'm sure you are because my channel is extremely new, welcome. Please do me a favor. Hit the subscribe and like button. Help me grow my channel. Leave me feedback below. Tell me what you like, what you didn't like. I'm always open to constructive criticism. Also in the description box below, if this reading resonates with you, or even if it doesn't, even better, you can get a personal reading on my website, butterflymoonreader.com. And I also have linked down there all the cards that I'm using for you today, Libra. So you can purchase the Movie Tarot, the Vivid Journey Tarot, the Sacred Creators Oracle, and the Oracle of Shadows and Light, all on Amazon. And this is just a general reading, so not necessarily for love or business or self-development. I just kind of read whatever pops out. I am blunt and like to talk a lot here, Libra, so I'm not going to sugarcoat what the cards are telling me intuitively. And I do read intuitively. I take pop-outs because I don't like to pick my cards. I feel like then I'm using my own energy to tell you what to happen versus letting it be guided by whatever, you may believe in is your higher power. So these columns here are your general energy going into the week. One more for Libra. We're going to look also at the recent past that might be influencing you. 10 of Wands. And let's see, what's here in the middle? What does Libra need to be focusing on this week? What should Libra be focusing on? And a potential outcome for the Libras watching. Ooh, that one came out right away. Okay, Libra. So for your current energy, we have the King of Cups, the Chariot, and the Seven of Swords in reverse. I feel like you're having a moment of clarity here, Libra. I feel like you are very sure of yourself coming into this week. You're ready to charge forward. There's something that you're being very strategic about, something that maybe you had some confusion on before. I feel like it's more a personal relationship, but it could be business. Let's look over here too. We have the Eight of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, and the Lovers in reverse. You're really working on finding balance in your life right now, Libra. And I think you are working on being comfortable in your own skin is ultimately what it looks like. And if I vaguely remember your last reading, like I said at the beginning here, and I think that's something you were struggling with based on the prior reading. And I feel like you really are finding that you are comfortable in your own skin. You have found balance with many aspects in your life coming into this week. And you're kind of in this situation where you kind of feel good being alone right now. If the Hermit shows up when we're clarifying, I would not be surprised because I kind of feel like you're just in this situation where you're good on your own. In the recent past, you have the 10 of Wands. So I do feel like you've been carrying some heavy burdens. And with that 8 of Cups, it's definitely something that you've laid down these wands now. Whatever's been burdening you, Libra, you've walked away from. It is not impeding your life in any way anymore. So whether it was a toxic relationship, just a heavy workload, maybe you've recently switched jobs, or I feel like even those of you who maybe have been changing residencies and buying a home and moving is extremely stressful and time consuming and emotionally and physically taxing. So I feel like it's the ending of something. There's this big release. You've moved on. And with this Eight of Cups, I definitely feel some of you have actually physically moved somewhere. And with the Chariot too, there's definitely all of this forward movement happening for you, Libra. It looks really good. So much better than last week. I feel relieved. So what you need to be working on this week in the middle, we have the Page of Coins in reverse and the Knight of Swords in reverse. And I really think it's a time to slow down, reflect on things. And again, I just have this feeling of kind of being in hermit mode a little bit. Really taking time to get to know yourself while you're in all these good emotions and feelings. Especially with what time of year it is, it's probably a little weird. I don't know if any of you are like me, get a lot of seasonal depression, but maybe the days are getting a little longer. It's freezing where I am, and I know a lot of us are about to get some bad weather coming up, but I feel like you're oddly in a good mood. Like you're even shocked that you're on this emotional mental high. So while you're in this emotional mental high, I think what you really need to be working on is how you want to move forward. And in a calculated way. I think this is telling you make plans. Because with this Two of Wands here in the reverse for your potential outcome, I really do feel like it's you making a choice. And yeah, really not, I feel like sometimes with the Two of Wands, there's still some indecision or making a wrong choice a lot of the time, or not sure what choice to make. And here with it in reverse, I really feel like I want to tell you to make the selfish choice is what I'm thinking here, Libra. Like, don't worry about what other people want you to do, what other people are going to say. I feel like your outcome is you're making the selfish choice. You're making the choice that's going to work for you. So let's go ahead and clarify, see if we can get a little bit more detail about what specifically this is talking about. So let's look at this Ten of Wands first. Let's see what these wands are that you laid down here, Libra. The World. This can mean a lot of things. Again, I feel like you've broken a lot of bad habits. You're kind of seeing things for how they are. You definitely could have recently moved, Libra, or are, buying a house and that's coming to a conclusion. It's also a realization of going for what you're after, what you want. And I think you've been wrapped up in thoughts and ideas of other people so much too. I see that ribbon wrapped around her. Here with the King of Cups, you have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Libra, the scales are you. I want to say you had the Six of Pentacles in your last reading too. With it being in reverse, I think you are learning to and with that King of Cups, it is you finding balance still, because I think what you're learning is that you've been giving too much away to others and you're starting to give some of that back to yourself, whether it be time, whether maybe you're going and doing some retail therapy, or going and getting a massage. You're doing things for yourself. You're feeding into yourself more than others right now, Libra. And here we have Judgment with the Chariot. So you've definitely made a strong decision here and you're charging forward. So it could be, I don't necessarily feel like it's a relationship here, Libra. I feel like it's some sort of a financial or business decision that you have just made a strong decision on. You've decided what you're going to do. It's probably something you've been mulling over for a while and was causing a lot of stress. And now you're charging forward and you're announcing it to the world. With the Seven of Swords in reverse, Clarify the Seven of Swords for Libra. Whoa, that's way too many, Libra. Everything wanted to come out. The whole deck. You've discovered the whole deck, Libra. You've made it to the end. Now, let's see. Clarify the Seven of Swords. You have the King of Pentacles. There's definitely a lot of people in this reading too here, Libra, so it could be that you've been having a lot of influences in your life, but you're now standing strong, you're stable. Again, I really feel like this has to do with something in business or finances. You know, whatever's been burdening you, you now have a clear path to stability, whether it's financial or emotional, both probably, because I feel like once we are stable in one of those, both come true. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Star in reverse. So I think this is letting go of ideas of how you thought your life should be, is what I want to say. You're letting go of past thoughts and ideas of what your life should be and kind of feeding back into yourself. You're reevaluating your future and making sound, balanced decisions. Let's see, Six of Coins. You have the Page of Cups in reverse. Again, I feel like you're feeding into yourself. All of these cups in reverse really tell me that you are giving more self-love than anything. With the Lovers in reverse, you have the Nine of Cups. So you are so happy on your own again, Libra. That's the feeling I'm getting. You are just like, when you get home and you're able to just, I don't know. Like, I can tell you, for me, one of the things I do to decompress, even if nobody's in my house, if I know I'm coming home to an empty house, almost every day I sit in my car, and my neighbors, I think I'm crazy, because sometimes I just sit in my car for a good, I don't know, 10 minutes to a half an hour most days, just because it feels so good to have like that quiet isolation, right? Just to sit there and not have to do anything, not to have to go anywhere, not to have to listen to anyone. And I really feel that that's what you're doing right now. Like that moment in the day when you're first alone after a long, hard day, you were like, oh, this feels so good. Like you're really enjoying this alone time to yourself. It feels good. So let's see here in the middle with the Knight of Swords in reverse and the Page of Coins in reverse. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse. And, ooh. And the Two of Swords. Yeah, I really feel like you're just kind of you're closing yourself off to what's going on around you. You're setting boundaries within yourself right now, Libra. And again, I think it's all this inward feeding into yourself, all this inward work right now. I don't see you being very social at this point in time, Libra, but I see that that's because that's what's bringing you joy and happiness right now. That you having to deal with the outside world is just not where you want to be. With the Two of Wands, by the Two of Wands for Libra, you have the Six of Cups. So I do feel like, you know, in this, you are reconnecting with your inner child. I think you're healing a lot of past wounds by all this self-reflection and working on yourself. It really is a moment of enlightenment and a huge moment of recuperation, regrouping, and healing for you, Libra, which I'm really envious of. This is a beautiful energy. It gives me kind of chills just talking about it. So a really good week for your emotional and mental health, Libra. For your oracle cards, you have Death and the Maiden. So invasion, boundaries violated, and dominance. I think this is how you were feeling before. Hopefully not what you're feeling now. But I feel like maybe this is what you've released yourself from, because I do feel like you have laid down those 10 of Wands. Feels like a very light energy. And then what's your honest truth? So again, really self-reflection, looking inward. All in all, I feel like it's a great reading for you, Libra. And I feel like this Death in the Maiden, Death in Tarot, is letting a part of you or situation die so something else can grow in its place. And I feel like that's exactly what's happening for you here, Libra. And it looks beautiful. So again, please like this video, hit subscribe, and I hope to see you next week.